So hello. This topic is supposed to be technically for restaurant owners, but at the same time, I was like, okay, so local SEO is not just for restaurant owners, right? Even though my major emphasis is for restaurant owners, I was like, come on, hotels are very very important, and at the moment, same principles still happen for restaurants, hotels, parks, and especially if you have like a working brick and mortar, operate a brick and mortar system, right? So basically, today we're going to be learning why local SEO is very, very, very important for restaurants and hotels. All right. So let me just do a quick rundown of what local SEO is basically. So local SEO, when we say local SEO, when we're making local search, is the kind of search that you make that involves you looking for a particular location or looking for a particular place to go within your environment. The best use case is when you get into a new environment and you're trying to look for the best restaurants or the best bar or the best, I don't know, the best cool stuffs around, and you kind of looking for help, and you go to Google and want to search where's the best place to cut my hair, where's the best place to sit out, where's the best place I can use the internet and just take something light. Just that kind of, anytime you're trying to get to look for a particular location, you are doing local SEO, right? And for today, we're going to be understanding why is this particular kind of search important for us as a business owner, as for my business, right? And how exactly can I really optimize my profile, right, to be able to attract these kinds of results coming in. The idea of why we do search engine optimization is to make sure our content is ready to receive, right, is ready to receive traffic coming in. So whenever someone is searching for particular thing that involves us, right? We're making sure we are getting it. All right. So basically, say local SEO is essential for restaurants and hotel. So for the next few minutes, we're going to be learning how to enhance our online presence with local SEO, attract local customers, and drive business growth. Right. So let's just get straight to what we have for today. So how exactly do we find restaurants, how exactly the customers find, like for example, how exactly I find the last restaurant I went to when I had time to go to a restaurant. I used my phone to do the search, right? I did Google, I did Instagram, and I spotted the place, and I was like, okay, so we are going there. And basically this same principle still happens to, I'm very very sure, like 50 to 60% of humans on earth, right? They always want to make use of their phone to make a search. So number one, we have the online search engine. So for example, we have Google. Now on Instagram, we have Instagram search. On TikTok, we have TikTok search, right? So far there are search engines on the particular platform. We want to be able to optimize your content for the particular platform for your search and for your keyword. Very, very important. They said customers often use Google to search for nearby restaurants and nearby hotels, nearby gyms, nearby, just like lots of nearby, right? Now the next thing is Google Maps. So Google always wants to give us an experience. It's called the search engine results page. So where you see the news, you see the map, you see the videos, right? Google has a section that is called map. Let me see. I should be able to pull out. Let me share my screen, create a new tab. I just have lots of tabs here. So you say restaurants near me, restaurants in, let me see restaurants in good Nigeria, right? So basically, what we are seeing here, we are seeing the map results. So this is what we call the map pack. The map pack, right, over here. So these guys here, I want to take it that they're doing their local SEO very, very well. That's why they're ranking in the top 3. And as a business owner, if you have a restaurant or if you have a walking store, you want to always optimize for the top 3, because ideally I would want to look at these first 3 guys first before trying to think about any other person. right? Basically, so this is how you want to, and this is why we're working. This is why we're doing this video, to show you how exactly you can optimize your content for this, and why this particular section of the map of the search engine is very, very important for you as a local business owner. So when I mean local business owner, I don't mean your business is local, right? But when we say local business, we mean around the particular area. So let's say you're staying in Abuja, or let's say you're staying in Enugu Independence Layout. If you want to do, if I categorize your business as a local business, I mean your business is within Independence Layout axis, right? So basically, please don't think I'm saying your business. Your business can never be local. All right. So basically, the next one is review sites. All right. So you want to take review sites like online directories. So we have the very, very popular ones. We have Yelp, we have TripAdvisor, which offer customers reviews and rating. Right. So this particular kind of site, and at the moment, I have a very, very unique restaurant front, Find and Eat R. Find and Eat R is also taking the same model of a review, customer review and rating. Right? Because over here you could see we have restaurants, so your vendors, right? People who have interacted with this brand, with this restaurant, basically, they may want to drop a review. So if you see here, you can write a review. Right, so these particular kinds of websites affect how customers find you, right, in the online space. Now, the next thing is mobile apps. So we have Uber Eats, we have Chowdeck, and the likes of them. So these particular kind of systems as well, channels. Let me use the word channels, can affect how customers find restaurants, because the basic idea is you just want to make sure you're not, if you can see here, I didn't include social media because I feel social media is a place where I always say this thing. You don't really have 100% control of your social media handle. Even if you are verified, you don't have 100% control. But I have 100% control of my Google My Business profile, except I do otherwise. I have 100% control if I put my business on a particular listing, except I decide not to pay. I have 100% control of making my business available in lots of business directories, all these systems I've mentioned, if I'm following the rules and regulations. But for social media, most times, even if you're following all the rules and regulations, I'm not hating on social media, but most times, even if you follow all the rules and regulations, you might just wake up one morning and see, 180 days suspension, please fill in the necessary details and all of those things that they do, which you start shaking, right? But these are just some things you want to consider at the moment, especially for local SEO, right? So now the next thing is, how exactly do we increase visibility in local search results? How exactly do you increase your chances of visibility? Because it's not just about you just posting, right? There are certain things, that's why we call it optimization. There are certain things you basically need to always do, right? So priority, Google. You want to make sure your business is cited on Google Map. Google My Business is a free tool. Optimization on Google My Business, that's when they'll charge you. Basically, it's free to do, right? I think I have a video on that, how to set up Google My Business, right? It's very, very easy to do. But the optimization, if you don't know how to do it, an SEO might charge you. Not even might, will charge you. So the next thing you want to do is that what we call NAP, right? Your name, address, and phone number. So I find this very, 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 very necessary and very, very important as a local business, as a business owner, trying to optimize the local search, trying to make sure anytime someone search your business name or best jollof rice in Umahia, at least you come out, is you want to make sure you are keeping your name, address, and your phone number correct and accurate in every single online platform and marketplace basically you would want to register on. So for me categorically, I want to put all these systems I've mentioned before as a marketplace, because this is where you come and showcase what you're selling and people buy from you, right? So when I say marketplace, this is basically what I mean. So you want to make sure if you're putting your name on Google My Business, and if you're putting your name on Find and Eat Out, and if you're putting your name on Yelp and on TripAdvisor, you want to make sure Obi is a boy, Obi. Alright, so you can decide to make them all structured, because for when doing NAP, you can decide to structure your data and you can decide to just leave them. But what is important is the consistency, right? So you just have this very, very unique, will I say, brand mention and brand and business citation. So if you're saying you're looking for Heroes with Victor, if you search Heroes with Victor on Google, you see every single platform where Heroes with Victor is listed. If you are searching Willy's Kitchen, you'll see all the directories and all the platforms where Willy's Kitchen is listed. And basically that gives you, and remember what we're trying to do, apart from getting clients and getting, we want to make sure we are standing as an authority basically online. That's why we're doing online marketing. That's why we're doing digital marketing, right? You have like a digital food, is it blueprint? I mean footprint, digital blueprints, right? Basically, like you want to have like a space, and you want to also understand that there's space for everyone online. All right, there is enough space for every single business person online in Nigeria and United States. Everybody together, there's space for everyone online, right? So the next thing is optimizing your Google My Business profile. So not only Google My Business profile, right, but this cut across all platforms. For example, you listed on Find and Eater. It's very, very ideal for you to optimize your content on Find and Eater. It's very, very ideal for you to optimize your content on Google My Business, right? So the next one is, I already mentioned it. I said optimize your Google My Business profile, consistent NAP citation, boost ranking, claim and optimize your Google My Business profile for more visits. Now it's very, very important. Most times I see most of business owners, they have not claimed their business. They have not claimed their business on Google My Business profile, and I'm like, okay, so what exactly are you guys doing? Now, how do you drive more foot traffic and orders, right? So just like I mentioned here, you want to make sure you are sorry. You want to make sure you are hitting this. It can be very, very hard basically, but you want to make sure you are hitting this guy. You want to make sure you are staying in the top three, right? You want to make sure you're in the top three, because the top three receive like the highest. I think this like 40% is like an average basically, because they receive more, right? Restaurants in Enugu, the first three pops up. Now location can affect your search results, right? We don't really want to go to Jared, but just know that location can affect your search result. But let's say in the case that this particular village Bristol, it's getting staying this number two in like all location. That's like heavy traffic for them, basically. All right. So the next thing you want to do, you want to have online orders. You want to prioritize online orders. So in your Google My Business profile, you can be able to accept orders online. It just basically how you would want to optimize. Let me see if these guys optimize their profile to accept orders online. Be that like the problem? You want to make sure you're utilizing most of these tools, because most of these tools are just amazing. Because if I look at, okay, so let me see, these are just highlights. Yeah, so I'm not sure why I'm seeing all this. So this is why I like restaurants outside Nigeria. They always want to prioritize Google My Business. So let me see restaurants in Hawaii. These guys have 5.5k visits. Let me see. Let's see the menu. So if I click menu, alright, so if you see here, I can decide to call them and try to visit their website. So this is what they're showing on their menu. It should be a place for me to be able to receive my orders, basically. Refresh this. I wouldn't want to waste time on that, basically. Trying to see. There should be a place where menu, let me see. Yeah, right. Close this. Just a moment, please. Let me see. Yeah, right. So if you see here, these guys have Google has been able to you can update your price here. So basically, if I want to, oh, this looks good. If I want to get this, I could decide to call them, get that direction, and give the website. But this is not the future I'm looking for, though. But I wouldn't want us to waste our time on them. Right. So customers review is the third thing. Customers review, very, very important. You want to make sure at every point in time when the customer has used your product or immediately buying, right? You want to or maybe after finishing the good meal, you want to make sure you ask them for a review. It's not supposed to be difficult, basically. All right. So let's walk through cost effective marketing strategy for local SEO that you want to do. So basically, this is what I excuse me. Basically, this is what I do for local SEO. All right. So number one is optimizing the Google My Business profile and optimizing any business profile the businesses have or the business or the client I'm working with has at the moment. All right. Next thing, I want to make sure all their brand name or their brand assets. Let me use the word brand assets. Right. Name, address, phone number are consistent. Right. Then I would want to now create systems that will encourage reviews. Right. So this particular listing on directory, this particular part worked very, very well for me on the last project, the last SEO project I had. So this was where I capitalized on listing the particular hotel, right, on several online directories in Nigeria. Then that's more like backlinks, right, and started getting the spike results. That's basically, so for me, that is basically what local SEO is, right? Yeah, it's quite detailed, but when I mean detailed, I mean if I would want to talk about optimizing Google My Business, I will talk about the breakdown of optimizing Google My Business. But ideally, these are all these processes of doing local SEO and optimizing your business to get more local SEO traffic and more local SEO leads coming in, right? So see you on the next one. I'm so much pumped for you, and I want you to keep on doing SEO for your business. Cheers.